Oh my god, Judas, I'm your biggest fan. Oh my god, I hope that Judas raps about the final dinner. That would be so cool.
We say dope now, but thanks, Mom. Yeah, Last Supper type beat. Father, Son, Holy Ghost. For the last breakfast, I made some toast. I'm the best rapper, coast to coast. Name is Judas, I got many woes. And
Judas, what did you say earlier about this supper that we're gonna have?
the what? Oh, I was just, it's a saying. I'm dyslexic, so I misread the Bible, and so I messed it up. It's all.
Judas, what exactly will this supper be to you?
The Last Supper?
The what supper?
The normal supper, the usual ordinary supper, the dinner, the food supper, the standard supper, typical supper, the stock supper, comma supper, ordinary supper, the customary supper, conventional supper, the habitual supper that we've become accustomed to, the usual supper, expected supper, the after lunch supper, the evening supper, the wanted supper, everyday supper, the regular routine supper, day-to-day supper, the daily supper, the established supper, the settled supper, set supper, fixed supper, traditional supper, Cordician supper, prevailing supper, the average supper, run-of-the-mill supper, middle-of-the-road supper, the mainstream supper, unremarkable supper, unexceptionable supper, plain supper, the simple vanilla supper, homely supper, the homespun supper, work-a-day supper, garden variety supper, bog-standard supper, the standard supper, plain vanilla supper, a dime a dozen supper, common or garden supper, ordinary supper, ornery supper, usual supper, normal supper, the same supper, one right mind supper, right in the head supper, of sound mind supper.
Judas, there's 13 of us, and I believe that one of us is lying. Is that one you?
No. It's not. I was. That's crazy. That's not. Okay. The usual supper, the standard supper, the typical supper, stock supper, the common supper, ordinary supper, customary supper, bitch, the last supper. Fuck! Okay, yes! It was me! I sold you for 30 fucking silver! It was me! Okay? God damn! Gosh damn! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Fuck! You get it! I'm sorry! God, 1 second, Mom! I'm doing a role play. Jesus, I'm sorry, man.
Judas, you're gonna fucking kill me.
Yeah.
Why?